am finally trying a Wave Blaster. Plenty of you have been telling me in the comments for quite some time now that I absolutely need to try one of these and that I'm going to love it. So I guess today we're going to find out if that's true. Not only do I get to try one of these for my very first time while visiting the Jetski Brothers, but I am trying Jason's Wave Blaster, which has a 1200 swapped into it. I can only imagine this is going to be interesting and a lot of fun.
Like it's on, you might have to go to reserve, which is the other side. And you got a little primer on this side. You have to like prime it. It's a bubble, it's down here.
Bubble primer, yeah.
You have to get on from the back because it's not stable.
Something like an X2.
It's kind of like an X2, but it will like sit you on the water.
If
so
you're really...
that like wave runner look about it if you're just balancing on it. And if you stand, like it kind of balances easier at the beginning. I don't know, some people have trouble at the beginning and it's usually full-size adults, so it could be but you have BMX agility, so you're probably good to go.
That's what I thought about the X2.
I think that'd be great.
Sick!
Do you love it?
Woo!
You want one now?
That's awesome. Easier to ride than an X2, more predictable than an X2, more forgiving, I would say. And for some reason, it handles kind of exactly like I thought it would by just looking at it.
Yeah, right? It looks kind of crotch rocket inspired, and
yeah,
it is like basically
it totally is.
that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I could see like getting low right away, and I was like, yeah, riding distance. If you like keep your weight center when you turn, you can kind of like slide it, but if you like throw it back on the corners, it would work really good. But...
Oh yeah.
You ready for one of these, Joel? You just gotta find one.
He's just gonna make one out of carbon fiber.
Yeah, oh yeah! Build one, model it.
You're gonna make your own.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would buy a ski when we know you
what
can
is
just
that?
make it out of carbon fiber.
I don't know.
Are you ready?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, because we got faster skis.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now what we're going to do is line up my Kawasaki X2 against the Yamaha Wave Blaster and see how they fare in a drag race. This should be fairly interesting because these skis both have triple swaps. My X2 has a Kawasaki 1100 triple, and the Wave Blaster has a Yamaha 1200. Jetski Brothers have released a video showing some different angles and a little bit more footage of Jason and I racing. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to go check that out. And while you're over there, give them a subscribe.
You know what? I just have to tell you something for future reference. You should never do.
This was the same day that I took my first ride on the V8 jet ski. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. It is already published. And unfortunately, that kind of eclipsed this a little bit. The Wave Blaster was also low on fuel, so I went out and did a quick ride on it, hoping that I would get to ride it more, but that ended up not happening. The reason why is that we were just extremely busy. There was so much to do in such a short amount of time, and so I didn't get to ride it as much as I would have liked to. Well, I have to say, all of you people who told me that I was going to enjoy a Wave Blaster were absolutely right. Jason has been telling me for quite some time now that I was going to really like one of these and that I should get one. I have to say, if I had an opportunity to actually own one of these myself, I would definitely consider doing that. The 1200 in this, I think, makes it a whole lot more exciting. I have a hard time believing that it would be terribly exciting with a 701. I think it would still be a lot of fun, but I don't know what the actual literature on this says, but I feel like it's very much like a sport bike. You ride it around, you lean up, you basically lean into the corners with it, and you hang off it. It's the way it's shaped ergonomically and also the way it handles. I instantly, the footage that you guys saw, there was no trickery in that footage, right?
If you did any trickery, we'd have to deport you immediately.
Okay. There was no trickery in that footage. I jumped on this thing and it just immediately felt exactly how I wanted it to for some reason. Probably some of that had to do with the fact that the 1200 lets you pull out of corners with ease. And yeah, I just really like the sound of the 1200 as well. So that doesn't really have anything to do with the handling of the power. But yeah, the ski feels extremely nimble. You're able to rail corners. It slides around when you want it to. And it just kind of feels like a sport bike. So yeah, if you have a chance to ride one, I would definitely suggest doing so. And if you're lucky enough to own one, congratulations. That's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end. I really appreciate your support. Stay tuned because there's going to be lots more exciting content of me visiting the Jetski Brothers, so you're gonna wanna see that. A huge shout out to all of you who are supporting me on Patreon. For those of you who aren't supporting me on Patreon, feel free to check out my account. I have a whole bunch of public posts. My patrons get to see my posts early, but there is a bunch of stuff there if you want to go check it out. Probably some of the stuff you don't know about or haven't seen. Once again, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.